well-wishers, esteemed guests, and everyone present here. Standing here today as the 17th rank holder fills my heart with pride, but even so, more with gratitude. First and foremost, I thank the Almighty God for all the blessings that He has bestowed on me. A big thank you to the organizers of this felicitation program. Acknowledging and celebrating our success in such a manner is truly encouraging. It motivates us to do better in the days to come. With my own experience that I have with my own experiences, I'd like to share a few words. I am but a student, and there are some subjects that I feel hard and some quite easy. Well, till the 9th standard, all the subjects was like, okay, there was like no problem with any subjects except for the IT that was new to us. It was introduced in our school when I was in the 9th standard. We didn't take it like in our class 1, 2, 3, or 4. It was just introduced when I was in my 9th standard. So that was a quite little bit hard. Then when I reached my class 10, I felt like it's just gonna be the same when I was in my 9th standard. Then it went on. Then in the middle of the academic, I found out there was something new in my maths. It was actually trigonometry. So trigonometry was really hard for me. I would like spend hours and hours in it. I would just practice it, but then later I would just forget it. So I felt like let's just give up on this chapter, this particular chapter. It's like even though if I practice it, it's not going to. I'll just like forget it, and then like I'll just like waste my time. Then the blueprint for this HSLC examination, it came out. And I found that that particular chapter, it carried 6 marks. And that chapter, it had exactly 3 exercises. So I thought like 3 marks, it would surely come from the first 2 exercises, and the other 3 would come from the 3rd exercise. So the first 2 exercises, I practiced thoroughly, and I was sure that I could like clear everything off in that 2 exercises. But then the 3rd exercise was really hard. During my exam, like before the examination, during this December and January, I didn't study any other subjects. The only subject that I studied was mathematics and IT. So even in the mathematics, I didn't practice any other chapters. The only chapter that I practiced was that particular thing called trigonometry. And that too, only the 3rd exercise was what I just practiced. So even though if I practiced before the exam, I cleared everything in maths. Then afterwards, examination came. Then the day before my exam, we got 2 days holiday. Then on the first day, I practiced all the resting. Then on the next day, I was practicing trigonometry. While practicing that one, I found again that I just forgot it all. Then the next morning, when I found that I forgot it all, I just thought like, it's okay, like losing 3 marks wouldn't cost me much. But then I thought like that 3 marks would really make a great difference in my whole life, because that's the mark sheet that I'll be carrying forever in my life. So that night, I thought, let's just sacrifice my sleep tonight. We all have to sacrifice one thing for a better cause. So I thought, let's just sacrifice my sleep tonight. Then I practiced that thoroughly. Then I slept at 2 a.m. in the morning. Then I woke up at 4. Then afterwards, I tried again that particular chapter. Then I found that it was now okay. Then I felt happy. Well, when my result came out, the first thing that I checked was my scores in maths. So like when I checked it, I was quite satisfied with it. And even in the ITS, the one that I work hard, I was satisfied. But then when I look, the subjects that I thought it was easy for me and the subjects that I ignored, like this English, IT, and science, I thought that it's like, I can do it. So the time that I should spend it on those subjects too, I just neglected them because I felt like they were pretty quite easy for me. And then like once if I read, it was just quite good. So I just ignored those subjects, and then I read this IT, maths, and SS. So those were the subjects where I scored pretty good. But then the subjects that I thought were easy, well, in them I scored 2. I guess it wasn't up to my expectation. Then I felt like a kind of a bit regret. That's when I realized that Even though if it's hard, if we work harder to achieve that goal, we can do it. And if we just neglect the things that are easy, that's going to cost us more than what was hard. And after that, I just learned that. Then, when I was in my primary schools, studies weren't like my priority. It was just a thing that it was like a responsibility. Like my parents would force me to study, and I didn't understand why did they force me to study. It was like just when my relatives asked me like which rank did you got, just for that I felt something like that, and I had this habit of saying that I got first. Then when I was in my 4th grade during the second terminal examination, I got second, and that night was the night when I realized how important the studies was for me. I cried the whole night, but I felt like if there was like a type of a time machine where I could like go back to the past and like read more, but that wasn't possible for me. So I felt like just forget the past and then we'll work hard towards the future. So that's when I promised myself never and ever to get second in my life again. So later after that, I just kept on studying. Then in my life there were times when I felt like studies like it's okay, like when I get in my 10th standard, it's better to work hard at that time, like during my 5th, 7, 8, 9, it's okay, just let it be, because it wouldn't be of much importance. But then I realized that in each step, it's just a continuation of the previous year. If we don't know what we learned last year, we can't just go forward. So during this lockdown, there were some chapters that I ignored. It was algebra. So I ignored that algebra when it was lockdown, and then they would like conduct exams, but then they weren't too serious about it. So I just ignored that algebra. Then I came in my 7th standard. Then when I came in my 7th standard, there was algebra. When I saw that algebra, I was like, what's this? But then I went to my class 8 again. Well, that time it was algebra, and I took the books of some of my seniors and I checked it. So even that time there was algebra everywhere. That's when I realized that like all the things that we study, whether it be like primary or the nursery things, everything has its own importance. So those very things taught me, and then from the very fact that from very small details, I started to cover up everything. The things that I left out during even this lockdown days, I started to read them again. So I have one sister, she's like in class 9 right now. So while teaching her, I would also learn, like go a little bit of the things that I've learned in my class 9, and then I would just revise it again and again. Then during this science examination, I felt that it's like going to be easy only, and then I just like practice the diagrams and I came. Then during the exam, I found out that one question, it was like from the thing that I learned in my class 9. Then I was like happy at the same time, not so excited about it, because I wasn't sure of the answer, because that particular chapter I didn't cover it nicely, so I was like not so sure. But then I found out that particular question was there even in that science in that class 9, and it came for the exam like in the unit test and so on also. So I could like write it down on my own of what I remembered it when I was in class 9. And my life isn't that easy as you might think. Yeah, my parents are teachers, but they don't have time to teach me. I have 4 younger siblings. One she's in class 9, and 3 of them they're below the age of 4. One she's 3 years, the other is 2, and the other is 6 months. So my parents, they have their own work, and they need to work to feed the family. So they would like work in the school, and then afterwards they'll take tuition. That means they'll give tuition. So I've never taken a tuition in my whole life, never and ever. Like I felt like we should never depend on our teachers, nor on the tuition, and so on. I have some friends, like when teachers tell us to study, they'll be sitting in the class and then like they'll talk around. And when I ask them like, why aren't you studying? They'll say that it's okay, we can cover it up in the tuition. They would just say something like that. So I felt like we should not depend too much on the tuitions too. We should work hard by ourselves. We should depend on ourselves, because we are doing it for our own self. And we should start it from the very beginning, because if we are humans, we're not computer that we can store everything in just one night before the exam. We have to work hard from the very beginning, and if possible from the very young age, because education is also like building a house. If the foundation is good, the building will be good. So same applies with education. If our foundation isn't good enough, it won't be able to hold the strong subjects that are in our days to come. So I feel that we should start from the very beginning, and we should work hard from the very beginning. In fact, work smart. It's better to start little by little. We're humans, we can't just digest everything. Just as we can't eat all of the rice for 1 month in just one night. We have to do it little by little, eat little by little for every day. If we read every day, though we might not read much, if we just study every day for 3 hours or maybe just 2 hours every day, we can do it. We don't need to, at the end of the moment, at the last moment, we don't need to study for 24/7 hours and so on. So once again, thank you all.